Can't get over this little scumbag of a human, Larry Summers, who has incredibly questionable ties to Epstein. This man is the perfect example of like white men falling up. Back in 2005, Larry Summers resigned from Harvard, and one of the main reasons that he resigned is because he did this unhinged speech where he said that boys outperform girls in high school science and math scores because of their genetic differences. And because he can only fall up, he's made the director of the National Economic Council under Obama. I just feel like you can find an economist, Obama, who wasn't like, girls are not as smart as boys in math and science because of genetic differences. I just feel like you could have found someone who's never said that on the record. But no, let him in. But let's talk about his Epstein ties, because they to me are so disgusting and so shameful. And if I was someone who was paying tuition for any class that had him teaching at Harvard right now, I would demand a refund on that class, because this man is a predator and he is unsafe, and they put you in an unsafe position this semester. And you know what? Let's backdate it. If you ever had this man teaching for you, I think you should get a refund. Anyway, this little toad, when he was in need of advice on the ladies, decided the best person who he should reach out to get advice on dealing with women that he liked was to contact his friend who had been convicted for soliciting underage sex. I'm sorry, I feel like if you want to get advice on dealing with love, ladies, relationships, whatever, I probably wouldn't go and ask my friend who had already served prison time after pleading guilty to soliciting sex from girls as young as 14. What's so disturbing about the advice that you wanted, Larry, was it was basically like you had some relationship where you were a mentor to a woman, and I think you wanted more. And so you were so creepy and you were emailing your little freak convicted felon friend in 2018, long after he served prison time, because you were like, oh, that's what I need advice on, because you knew that Jeffrey was a predator and that he might be able to give you advice on how to be a predator, you little freak. Men like Larry Summers are dangerous. They're protected and enabled by other men who write it off as, oh, he had one bad thing that he said, or, oh, he sent one email that he regrets. Harvard has now announced that he is on leave. I think if you ever let him back in, I will make a video about it every single day for the rest of my life. The other embarrassing thing, Larry, is that you're married. So when you were sending all these emails, you were married. Maybe you guys have an arrangement. That's cool. But I have a feeling you don't. And I have a feeling you've always used your power and your privilege in a way that's harmful for women. And that's why you wanted to link up with Jeffrey Epstein so bad. And if I were Harvard, I wouldn't let him anywhere near anyone ever again. P.S. I'll tag Larry's profile in here.